Hi, Noah.
Hi.
Oh, Cleo and Christophe, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Hi. Oh, I'm glad you asked. You see what I did there? I'm doing great, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Okay. So we have a lot I want to touch and cover with you guys because we also have a little fun game I want to play. I mean, you're going to enjoy this interview this morning, you guys. So Vox's top journalists, they're going to go on a quest to answer some of YouTube's most searched and interesting questions. And I find this, really brilliant and very interesting to dive into, to some of the things that we are searching and wanting answers to. So what made you two want to jump to the opportunity to be part of an incredible series like this one? Cleo, let's start off with you.
Well, I was just really excited about the opportunity to go out into the world and investigate these questions. We got the chance to choose questions that we were really excited about personally. And with YouTube's help, we got to really go to the places where we could find the best answers. And so for me, as someone who is a producer and a writer, but also just a person really excited about finding the answers to these topics, that was really what was driving my interest in this show.
Interesting. How about for you, Christophe?
Yeah, I mean, I think, a bunch of us have been making Vox videos for a while, and the way that usually works is we're making explainers. A lot of times, we're animating them a lot, but it's not really following us to show how we know the things that we know by the time we're explaining them. So really, getting to take viewers on a journey, show them, what it looks like behind the scenes as we report, as we find things out, and as we kind of learn along with the viewer on these topics was a really fun and exciting new thing for us.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to watch. Of course, the first 5 episodes are out on YouTube, so everyone can go watch those. So they can go binging with their popcorn. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, during your duration of filming, glad you asked, what are some of, the most frequent things that YouTube users are searching for, and was there any that ever shocked you both the most? Christophe, let's start off with you, and then we'll, go to Cleo.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, the story that I'm working on right now that I'm really excited about is sort of looking at whether or not we should be worried about GMO food. And that's one that, throughout the entire process has really shocked me at every turn. It's really been interesting to kind of, unlearn a lot of the stuff that I feel like I learned as a kid growing up about food, what we should try to eat. And it's really been an interesting process.
Yeah, I was really blown away by the diverse set of questions that we got from our audience, and when we asked YouTube what people were curious about on YouTube, what the questions that we got from them. Just such a wide spread of things that people are curious about, and that's what this show reflects. It reflects, an interest in hard science, an interest in more cultural topics, an interest in sort of very personal and human topics like why we cry, and so that for me was just a wonderful chance, and I think for all of us, to get to learn about and explore so many different topics that sparked curiosity in each of us.
I agree. I think this is going to be a show too that, when the viewers watch, they're going to learn and take something away from each episode, which is probably, the key of what you guys want them to do, is to take something away and learn from it and, keep coming back to watch more. So I'm going to definitely be watching. I don't know what everyone's going to be doing this weekend, but I will be watching it because I just from the preview and the trailer, it looks really interesting. And so I'm like, this is something I really want to check out with my family. So I'm going to definitely do it. All right, well, my last question before we play a little game here, what is something that you both didn't know when going into filming, glad you asked, but learned during the process or after filming? Something that you learned when filming or after filming. Cleo, let's start off with you, and then Christophe, I'll let you give your answer.
Yeah, this will sound very basic to many people out there, I'm sure, but for me, I learned about how the internet works for a episode that's coming up in our second set of 5. And I was very curious to understand how radio waves pass our information from, you know, your cell phone that you hold in your hand to a Wi-Fi router or a cell tower. And even just learning about the physical components of that technology, right? That they are radio waves, that when they get into wires, they're little pulses of laser light. Some of that stuff might seem very basic, but really made me so thrilled to be able to wrap my head around how a complicated technology like that actually functions.
Yeah.
So that was just, for me personally, I think it made me look at the technology that I use every day and think about my life a little bit differently.
Oh, I like that, Cleo. All right, how about for you, Christophe?
For me, you know, one of our co-hosts, Joss, did an episode about why we cry, and I think personally, you know, she sent us home with a set of videos to watch that are sort of traditional crying triggers, basically. So I got to learn what makes me cry. I cried at a few of them. They were very emotional videos.
Oh, no.
So that was an interesting personal journey to learn what exactly sets me off.
Oh, Christophe, me, Wendy Williams, and you, we are criers, you know. Oh, but I love Wendy. How you doing? You know, All right. Okay, Cleo and Christophe, before we have to go here, because I'm having so much fun with you both, I want to play a game. This game is a game that we came up here at iHollywood TV. It's called Beat the Clock. No one's beat the clock yet, but it's called Beat the Clock. And what it is I'm going to ask you 10 questions. You have to answer them in 1 minute. And if you answer them in 1 minute, then you beat the clock. So
Okay.
I'm going to ask the first question. And after I ask the first question to you both, then the clock's going to start.
Great.
How simple is that?
Sounds simple.
All right, here we go. Come on, guys. You guys got to win. I want you. If you win, I'm going to give you $1 million and a new house. I'm just kidding. No, I can't. I can't do that. Okay. So here we go. Which TV show series was your favorite growing up, and go?
Arthur.
Star Trek.
Oh. What is your favorite holiday, and how do you celebrate it?
Christmas with my family.
Thanksgiving with my family.
What is your favorite sport if you have one? Oh.
Love watching football.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Okay, I love it. If you have one, what is your hidden talent? Go!
Ooh, I can make animal sounds really well.
I read really fast.
Oh, okay. If you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what question would you ask? Oh my gosh. This
Meaning
is
of
a hard
life.
I was going to say meaning of life, yeah.
one. Yeah, all right. Oh, 20 seconds. If you had a theme song, what would it be?
Oh my gosh.
Space. The final frontier. No, that's not a theme song.
The Best of Both Worlds from Hannah Montana. I'm just kidding.
This is tough.
That's so hard.
Help. By the Beatles.
Oh no, we ran out of time.
Oh, no.
Oh no, look you guys.
$1 million.
Look you guys, you didn't beat
You
the
know,
clock. How dare you?
It was the
so
theme
close. I'm
just
song
kidding.
question that stumped
That's
us.
the toughest one. My brain went to the Arthur theme song. I was like,
Oh my
is this
goodness.
it?
See, this is why this game is so fun. You know, you never know if you will or not. I'm going to ask one more just for the fun of it, even though I know I'm fixing to get the wrap up. But what is the most hilarious childhood memory you can think of?
Oh, wow.
Most hilarious
like that
childhood memory.
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, tell us,
When
Cleo.
I was a kid, of course I'm going to say this on television now, great. When I was a kid, I stuck a bead up my nose, and I had to go to the
What?
doctor to get it out because I really did a great job of sticking a bead up my nose.
Oh no.
And
Oh no.
That's pretty funny.
Cleo, I'm glad you can breathe now, you know.
I can.
You
I
know.
can.
How about for you, Christophe? I know we're fixed to, we got to hurry.
Yeah, first thing that comes to mind is I was at Disneyland one time, and I was on a pirate ship, and they asked for volunteers, and I raised my hand, and then they made me swab the deck for like the rest of the little boat journey.
That's a good bait and switch.
Christophe, wow.
I was tricked.
Well, we're going to end on that, Christophe. Cleo and Christophe, thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. iHollywood's on YouTube. You know, we're all over on digital. So be sure to catch Glad You Asked. It is now airing on YouTube. You can catch Cleo and Christophe and other journalists and learn more in this fantastic series. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me this morning. I had such a blast getting to talk with you too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care, guys. Have a great day.
You too.